Is this water bottle half full or half empty? And how does that affect your day trading? So if you're new to this channel and you want to learn more about day trading, you want to help me help you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, help me, it really helps in the long term. But let's get right into it here. Is this water bottle half full or half empty? I like to look at life with the overall idea that, everything's kind of half full. This water bottle, sure, it's at half, but it's a little bit over full. There's a way to look at it. There's a way to be optimistic. There's a way to be pessimistic. There's a way to look at things and be like, always see the bad things. There's a way to look at things and always see the good in things. And I try to always look and see the good in things. So today, RXDX, a real painful one. I ended up making $125 on this trade, but it could have been a lot bigger. It could have been a $1,000 trade if I would have just given it more time. Now that I say that, now that I sit here and talk about it, it's easy to be like, well, yeah, that's easy to see that now. But it easily could have went higher. So when I sit here and I talk about these things, I'm like, it's not that I'm sitting here trying to preach, but I want you guys to get the idea that if you finish the day green, if you make money in the stock market, if you have a good day, be happy with that. You make $100, it's $100 that you made. Some people work hours and hours all day long to make $100, and I'm able to make $100 in a couple minutes. I can't be mad about that. Obviously, I can always kind of be upset. I'm like, oh, I wanted a bigger day. I wanted to make $1,000. I wanted to make $500, but I only made $100. And sometimes I get caught up in that. I get this kind of like, oh, I woke up this morning and I wanted to make a lot of money in the market. I did not do it. But at the same time, I can also think about, man, I could have lost a lot of money in the stock market today. I could have lost a lot of money. That RXDX trade could have easily squeezed on me. It could have exploded. It could have went the other way. I could have lost $1,000. But instead, I made $125. So looking at it like that, wow, that's a good way to look at it. So you got to always kind of be looking at that. You got to always remember your rules. So for me, that RXDX trade, it was just like right there on the line. It was like it was going to either explode or it was going to crash. I wasn't feeling it. I took profit. And it ended up crashing. So I was there. I had the right mentality. In my head, I'm thinking, the right way. I was looking at the right ideas. I had a good plan there. But instinctually and just overall, I'm kind of trading scared. And the idea that I'm going to take profit when I got it. I don't want to be greedy. And I think a lot of times it's going to help me in the long run. If you see my overall daily profit, you see the videos, you see that I'm consistently pretty green. And I have a very small red day. Sometimes I can get back from red to green and finish the day green. But overall, I'm normally pretty green. Sure, I could also say, I could also be a lot more green. Instead of only making $100, $200 a day sometimes, there's those days where I sell a stock and it goes higher and higher and higher, goes up 100%, and I could have made $1,000. But it's so easy to get caught up in that. It's so easy to sit here and think about that. And after you make a trade, sitting there and be like, oh, why did I do that? Why did I take profit? Or why didn't I cut my loss fast enough? It's just all those different things always swirling. And that's one of the big emotional aspects of day trading. Constantly thinking to yourself, oh, I made $100. I should have made a lot more. So when you first start out day trading, when you day trade in general, be happy with profit. If you're green, it's good. If you're red, you have a bad day. Understand that. Look at what you did wrong and then move on. Don't start the next day with the idea like, today I made $100, but I took profit too early. I didn't wait. I didn't give enough time. But, I took profit. I had to profit there. It was right there on the line. It was right there. And I took profit. And it could have saved me. It could have been a loss. It could have easily bounced and went higher. The last thing that I want to do tomorrow is to kind of get in that same situation, RXDX situation, and then think to myself, well, yesterday I took profit too fast. It crashed afterwards. So I don't want to go into tomorrow with the idea of, like, I'm revenge trading with the that I'm like, oh, I could have made $1,000 yesterday. I need to make $1,000 a day. If I have a trade that I think is going to go lower, if I have a trade that I'm in, I'm going to give it time because yesterday it didn't work out for me like that. You should always go in with your rules, with your plan, and go into those days with a fresh attitude. So if you have a red day, you lose $500 on Thursday, the last thing you want to do is have a Friday where you're like, hey, I lost $500 today. I want to make a lot of money today to make up their losses and then get me back on the green for the week. And that's what happens. A lot of people do that. They'll have a bad day, and the next day they'll try to win back those losses, and they'll end up losing. They're not thinking straight, and they go into the trading day with that kind of on your back of, yesterday I had a red day, so today I need to have a green day. You really need to be looking every single day as a new day, not thinking about what happened yesterday, not thinking about what stock you sold that went higher or not took profit early enough or something like that. And that's kind of looking at the glass half full for me. Sure, I made $100. So I made $100 a day, I made $100. That's good. I made $100. I could also look at it and be like, man, I missed out on $1,000. But that's really just the worst way to look at it. That's the last way that I want to trade. That's emotionally not how I want to feel. It kind of brings you down, you know, also when the trading day's over and I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, when I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I could have had such a better day. I could have made $1,000. I got to keep those emotions out of me. I need to stop thinking that way. And I suggest to you guys the same idea. If you make money, be happy with that and move on. There's always another big mover right around the corner. So don't sit there and dwell. Don't look at the glass half empty. Look at it half full. And I promise you, your trading will improve when you start to think like that. When you have a $100 day, you're happy with that. When you're happy with small gains every single day, before you know it, you'll start having bigger and bigger gains. So I keep preaching this idea, looking at it as a marathon. If I can make $100 every single day for a year straight, that's amazing. That's literally amazing if I can do that. Because there's gonna be those days where it's gonna be really easy to make $200, $300, $400, but there's gonna be those days that gonna be hard to make $100. But if I can make $100 every single day, and then by the end of the year, maybe I, increase my size, or my account keeps growing and growing and growing. My skill, my experience gets better and better, and I learn more and more, and I become a better day trader because of that. So it's kind of a couple different philosophies to think about when you're day trading, but kind of always think about the glass half full mentality. It's easy to get caught up in the whole I coulda, shoulda, woulda. I could have made a lot more money. I could have spent more time in that trade, or I could have just gave it a little bit more time. I could have done so many things, but that's the last way that you want to approach day trading. You want to just focus on what it is. You made money and move on. So this is kind of a video for myself today. Remind myself that I need to focus on that I did have a green day. I had a good day. It was fine. I made money. It wasn't the best day ever. It wasn't my dream trade, but hey, I still made money on that trade, and it's time to move on to the next day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow I'll make some money. And that's what it's all about. So hopefully that gives you guys some kind of understanding that when you are day trading, the worst thing to do is to look at the glass half empty.